Hey everyone, just a quick update on the Cobra quad. It runs now and it will drive, but it's a little bit late right now. I'm not going to take it out for a ride. But we have cleaned the carburetor. The battery seems to be okay for now. The starter is a little bit weak. The fuel system has been cleaned. The electrical system for the ignition side has been bypassed. So as you can see, the taillight's on, but it's quite dim right now. We've been running it a little bit and working on it a bit. If you listen, the horn just barely honks, but it is a one-kick wonder. Sorry about that, I had to adjust the kickstart, that's why it made a tiny bit of a grinding sound. It went down a little bit too far. But as you can hear and see, it's a one-kick wonder. It seems to run halfway decent. The only downside is, right now I will show you, it involves that little light, which is an easy fix on the light, but I'd rather have it working, but I'll show you the downside. As of right now, it is hot wired. These two wires right here are the grounds. These are all the positives. So basically 2 wires need to be connected and 4 wires need to be connected. I can put a toggle switch on here, but I'm currently looking for a 6-plug ignition with this layout. I've seen a few on eBay. They're all 9-plug, but they still only use 6 wires. But I'd rather try and find a 6-wire like this so I can run the stock type ignition on this. So up until I get something like that, this is how it's wired. These ones here I just temporarily put into a piece of tubing because these are all the hot wires. But it runs pretty good. I just finished putting the air box back all together, and that actually surprisingly helped a lot. It wouldn't really rev before until I put that on. And as you saw from the video, the back brakes work very well. The front brakes are pretty much non-existent, as most people probably know why. The oiling system appears to be working, so I believe it would be seized up by now if it wasn't working. I do plan on adjusting the front brakes and try and get back the front brakes, but we'll see if we can get them back or not. It's definitely going to need a battery eventually, not right away. But other than that, this thing seems to run halfway decent, and I will show you. This right here was the culprit. This is the new CDI we put in. The wiring's all original. I did not have to modify any of the CDI wiring or the four-wheeler side wiring. This plug was identical, and all these ones plugged in, they all match the same colors. This was, I believe, $10, something like that, and it came from Florida and with shipping. So I'm happy it didn't come from China, but it is obviously made in China. But it did not come physically from China. I do plan on ordering a second one, probably at the end of the month, just to have 2 of them on hand, one in the machine, one as an extra, just in case. But other than that, oh, and this here connects up to the ignition. So I don't really know what it 100% does, but it does connect up to the ignition. But there we go. The Cobra, I believe that's on. One kick wonder is done for the most part.